Well, hey there, I'm at the Capitol building. Good afternoon to you, by the way. We came up here just a little bit ago. We're in Washington, D.C., been here for a couple days, and I made a few videos, but we came up here specifically because Charlie Kirk got shot, and there was supposed to be some people coming out giving a speech right there, so we're going to hang out. But I wanted to kind of talk about the lack of National Guard here in the Capitol, because I was under the impression there was National Guard here. And there just simply is not. Like, I've done a lap around this entire Capitol building. I've been all over this city. I've been down in the subways. I've been to the museums. I've been to the Washington Monument. I've been to the White House. And I've only seen military personnel in two places. One, I saw two soldiers walking around the HUD Housing Expo, which was really a weird thing. By the way, just a side note, they were trying to show their advancement in housing technology, and all they had was really terrible, like, ranch house style trailers. And I'm like, what is this nonsense? And they had two soldiers, looked like they were walking through the houses like they were like tourists checking out the HUD Housing Expo. And then I was at the Smithsonian American History Museum, and there were two soldiers walking around observing, like they were seeing the sights. Like, they looked like they were tourists again. Like, it kind of looked like they were just walking around checking out the museum displays, and that's it. That is all I've seen. Like there's a ton of Capitol Police, there's a ton of federal cops, there's a ton of all sorts of police presence. Like, we were down here, they were holding a prayer vigil down there, and we just walked up because you're not allowed to get in. We're barricaded out right now because they're having a vote, is what we were told. But there was a prayer vigil going on down there, and I filmed it. I'll throw in some B-roll here. So we were really close, and then as we got to about there, a federal police officer then stopped us and said, oh, you're not allowed to be here. And I thought, well, okay. But so then they politely told us to go to this exit over there, which is fine. But man, no, there's no, I just don't see them. Everything that I've been told is that they're just this heavy military presence at the Capitol here in Washington, D.C., and I just don't think that's really a thing. I really don't. I'm not really sure what they're talking about, to be quite honest. And again, I've made a video before about the same thing, but now that I've kind of been here and spent more time here, I'd like to understand it. So I'm going to kind of keep checking it out, and we'll keep talking about it. If I could see any that seem like they're approachable, I'll try to ask them, what's going on with the National Guard presence. Sorry, it looks like some cameramen are getting ready over here, so let's see what's going on. We'll keep filming. We'll keep talking about this stuff, but right now what we're looking at is I don't believe there's National Guard presence here. If they are, you wouldn't know it. They're definitely keeping themselves hidden. They're definitely keeping themselves out of the line of sight of anybody. And the only ones I've seen seem to be on vacation touring the museums and the sites. I'm sure that's not what they're doing, but it kind of looks like what they're doing to me. The only two groups I've seen. So there you go, man. I don't know. Not really sure what's going on in Washington, D.C. I don't think the media does either, or they know and they're spinning it both sides. Like, there's some serious spinning going on with this National Guard effort here in the U.S. Capitol. I think they're both lying, to be honest. I think it's just a bunch of nonsense. And I think I'm talking about nonsense, but I think the nonsense is worth talking about, because there's just this heavy spin from one side saying, there's just military everywhere. This country's under siege by this military presence, which I don't see at all. And then there's the other side saying, well, we're bringing in the military to make our city safe. And there just isn't. Like, neither one of them are accurate. As a matter of fact, and I put this in another video, is our very first day here, a crazy woman tried to attack my wife and I. There's no cops around, no military around, there's nothing around. Like, I don't know. I don't know, but it's definitely not what you're seeing in the media. That I know. I don't know what the media is talking about, but I've been here for I've really been outside walking the streets of DC on average about 16 to 20,000 steps a day. And there just isn't, I haven't seen a military vehicle at all. So I don't know. I think it's just a heavily spent thing that is nonsense, that is probably on a minimal scale, if anything. Or the military is trying to hide themselves in a very serious way. I mean, I've been at Washington Monument, nothing, nobody, nothing. No military presence. Somebody put in the comments there in the subways, went down there, nothing, no military presence. Just a bunch of federal cops and city cops. And special agents, you know. So I don't know, man. I can say that there's a lot of other types of cops in Washington D.C. where it seems like there's like 50 different types of cops. Heavy police presence, we'll put it that way. Around, you know, like places like this, you know, places like the White House, you'll see a lot of that. But pretty much, man, I gotta tell you, I think they're both lying. What a shocker there, man. What a big shocker. Because there is not a military presence in Washington, D.C. If it is, it's like I feel like I've seen more soldiers just sightseeing than I have any like walking around with firearms or seem like they're guarding anything or protecting anything at all. Had housing in the Museum of American History. That's it. That's all I've seen. So if you know anything, definitely keep it up. I'm not sure who's coming out here. We'll kind of keep an eye on it. Like I said, if something happens, we'll film it. But in the meantime, that's what's going on. Big old pile of lies here in Washington, D.C., I think. It's funny, as I said it, I realized what I actually said. And that's the best part about it, is like everything you can, like I've never been to Washington, D.C. until now. And what I understand is that like I've always been told, oh, you can't believe a politician, they're all liars. You know, now, oh wow, everybody's lying, what a shocker. So I couldn't believe I said it out loud. So there you go, man. Again, any thoughts you might have on this thing, or insight, like come on, man, where are they?